Good morning. That's a fat cup of cold brew. It's been an interesting morning because I've been doing a lot of research and putting down a lot of thoughts about this Microsoft buyout and how Game Pass is going to be affected. So with you guys, I just want to get right into it. So unless you've been living under a rock, you now know that Phil Spensor is daddy Microsoft, Blizzard, and Activision. And the main focus on Microsoft gaming has been the Game Pass. Not just for Xbox, but also for PC. Which, by the way, PlayStation guys, I will be showing empathy. Don't be going on this video thinking that I'm just going to bash PlayStation and be all Team Xbox. But as a PC gamer, I am kind of excited that Microsoft is the one that bought them out because now I could get everything on PC too. Otherwise, I don't think that Sony really ports things to PC as quickly as they do with other games coming out of the Microsoft brand. A really good example is The Last of Us, Spider-Man, God of War. Everything usually gets delayed when it comes to PC porting from Sony, so I'm actually really glad that Microsoft is the one that grabbed Blizzard Activision and not Sony just because I play on PC. But this raises a huge question. Will these Activision Blizzard games be live on the Xbox Game Pass and PC Game Pass anytime soon? Which games will be on there? And when will we see them? Phil Spensor had mentioned that things weren't finalized until the very end and that they weren't really ready to put these games on the Game Pass quite yet. He mentioned that they're now going to be hard at work at putting the Blizzard Activision games available for the Xbox Game Pass sometime in the future, but as of right now, it's kind of just in the works. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I just think that that is such a load of shit. Look, if my company was getting ready to buy out all of the brands of Activision and Blizzard, the first thing that I would be getting ready to do is make sure it was accessible for all of the gamers that are subscribing to the service that I'm focused on the most, which Activision Blizzard games would probably be the forefront of an Xbox Game Pass, right? We all know what time of the year it is. It is October. Holiday season, and the plans for the holiday season are pretty much finalized by most gaming companies. They know what games they want to launch, they know what games they want to be a premium title, and they know what games are going to sell during the holiday season. Two of those games will most likely be Diablo 4 and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. And I think the last thing that they want to do is have games that will conflict your interest of buying those games as a premium title for $70 before they decide to port it later on in the year. Now, Phil Spensor did say that he has plans to port these games in 2024 into the subscription service of Xbox Game Pass and PC Game Pass. All that's telling me is that he wants to get the last little squeeze out of the Call of Duty franchise $70 premium title, as well as the little last squeeze out of Diablo 4's premium title. Because right now those Call of Duty sales are probably going to be very, very, very important to a lot of stockholders that just made a giant change to Microsoft umbrella holding their stock. It's one of the reasons why Bobby Kotick stayed in charge of Call of Duty, Activision, and Blizzard for as long as he did, because he was able to appease those stockholders. They want to see sales for Call of Duty going all the way up. There's no shot in hell that they're going to give a game like Call of Duty out for free on launch the moment that they understand that they have the franchise. So in my opinion, if you like Modern Warfare 3's beta a lot, buy the game for $70. That's fine, I don't judge you. But if you're skeptical like I am about Call of Duty and the annual title, and you understand that it's just really just a piece of Call of Duty as a franchise, I would more likely than not just hold off, because I think it's going to end up on the Game Pass sometime in 2024. It's also obvious that Xbox Game Pass has a plan going forward for 2024 and for the rest of 2023. They're going to have to revisit their entire mapped road plan for all of these launches that are happening right now, so this way they could sprinkle in some of those Blizzard Activision games without conflicting large launches. So they're probably just going to sprinkle in bigger games like Call of Duty, Diablo, maybe even World of Warcraft, Crash Bandicoot, Guitar Hero. They're going to be sprinkling these games into the Game Pass one by one to make it so every month is special. This will entice more people to subscribe to the Game Pass, which will ultimately help Xbox out. And there's no shot that they're just going to throw all of these games on the Game Pass at once. Not only that, but it wouldn't make sense to put like Modern Warfare 2 from 2009 or Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2 or Black Ops 3 on the Game Pass during the COD cycle where the hype is really focused on the new title. Now we should probably talk about World of Warcraft and what the future of it looks like under the Microsoft umbrella. This is going to be a very interesting topic because I really don't know how they're going to handle this game in particular. It's going to be a very surprising road ahead of us, because I do think that if they put this on the Xbox Game Pass for Xbox players to play, it could be a full-on revival of World of Warcraft, and it could be what we once knew the game as, a very popular, exciting, very highly populated, good game. And I'm not saying World of Warcraft right now in its current state is a bad game by any means. Dragonflight was actually a pretty solid DLC. I really enjoyed it quite a bit. That said, I don't know how they're going to handle the subscription-based service for World of Warcraft if it gets put into the Game Pass. I mean, if they wanted to say, we're going to do away with the subscription-based service because we're daddy Microsoft, we own Blizzard now, and we don't like that because that's old, Especially in the current market of 2023 and 24, which is just going to be filled with live service free-to-play games, I just don't see people being really excited about the idea of subscribing to World of Warcraft for like, what, $15 a month for a whole year on top of Xbox Game Pass, on top of everything else they're paying for. Personally, this is just me talking. Phil Spensor seems like a man of the gamer, and I don't think that he's going to allow a subscription to be on top of a subscription. So if they do absorb the cost of the actual Blizzard subscription for World of Warcraft, it could be a huge entry level for World of Warcraft players to make another rising of this game again, which could be really fun. But the lack of accessibility from consoles isn't the only thing that's holding people back from playing this game. This is not a very entry-friendly game. To be completely honest with you, it doesn't really have an appeal at the very beginning of the game. You're going to want some friends to play this game with, so the game really actually needs to get populated and very quickly for people to actually just enjoy the game and get past that, like, leveling up simulator of doing repetitive quests and not really having the most fun experiences doing raids and dungeons together with your friends. We were just talking about a lot of large games, and I'm wondering what the Game Pass is going to do for smaller games or even mid-sized games. Like Life of P is a very good example of what I've seen so far. I'm not too sure how many people would have actually paid $70 for this game. It looks like a very good game and it's well received. It's very Souls-like and very Elden Ring-like, which I think a lot of people have now a huge itch to scratch for that game. And, you know, From Software can only produce games so quickly. But that said, I don't know how many people would have actually purchased this game, especially in a year like 2023, where major games like Assassin's Creed, God of War, Call of Duty, Diablo, Baldur's Gate, Tears of the Kingdom, and other major franchise games are already coming out. Why would somebody spend the $70 on this game when they don't even know if it's going to be amazing when they buy games that they know what they're getting into for that $70 title? Well, thank God Life of P was actually on the Game Pass, because it had a lot of people that just played it, which means that ultimately a lot of people are going to stream it. A lot of people are going to talk about it, tweet about it, make YouTube videos about it, and have just conversations about the game where they otherwise wouldn't have if it was behind a $70 sticker. Right now, the way that I'm looking at the Game Pass is that it's kind of like Spotify, where you can look at lesser known artists, you can look at lesser known games, and you can find out if you can find joy in them and actually just popularize those because they're accessible, because accessibility is really important in an age of streaming and live services and subscription-based services that offer a variety of content. This could be a really good thing for mid-sized games. I think that a lot of people might just like hop into a game on like a lull, maybe even on like a slower month of the Game Pass that you're waiting for something really big to come up on, so you decide to play this between games and realize that this game might be better than the big game you were waiting for. But as far as the Activision Blizzard's game not making it onto the Game Pass until late 2024, I just see right through what Phil Spensor is saying. Personally, I'm really excited that this Game Pass merger happened, and the more that we dig into it and the more that I'm seeing the actual results of what happened over the summer, the more that I get excited for the fact that Activision Blizzard is part of Microsoft, and I really, really hope that we continue on this path. But on that note, guys, this is my coffee talk with you guys. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. As you can see, the sun is starting to come up right now, which means I need to start editing this video and getting it out to you ASAP. I hope you guys subscribe, like, and make sure that you keep following me for more gaming news and morning coffee talks with your boy. Have a great day. Go kill it. Go do something great. Peace.